Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Susie Say That. Today's topic is I was born for this. If I ask you right now, what were you born for? What would be the answer? What would you say? Like if you asked me, Susie, what were you born for? And I would say, I was born for this. I was born to be a disciple on the earth. I was born to be a daughter on the earth. I was born to be a mother in the earth. I was born to be, you know what I mean? I would say those things to you. I would say, this is where I was born. I was born to be an educator. I was born to be an author. And being born to be all those things, I've endured. We all will. We live in this broken world full of troubles everywhere you go. But that's not what I was born for. I was not born to fix this broken world. I wasn't. I was born to be a representative of the God that I serve in this world. That there is strength, there is peace, and there is hope. In spite of what this world offers to our appetite every day. It offers disgusting things. It offers sickness and pain, rejection and death and all these things. But I wasn't born for this. I wasn't born for all this stuff that's going on. I was born to be a disciple in the earth, to offer what the Christ, the great I am, offers to me. Peace, joy, love, kindness, and all these other things that I bring to the table. That's what I was born for. I wasn't born for abuse, and I've suffered with abuse. I've suffered with a lot of things. I wasn't born for that, although I endured it. And I allowed some things to go on in my own life because I didn't know why I was born. But the moment you find out what you were born for strength, integrity, love, and all these other great things and characteristics of our God, then we understand the very reason we were born. And then when we go through challenges, and I go through them, I got some stuff, I say that all the time because we go through. It's our attitude that gets us through. We're going to go through some things, but it's your attitude that's going to get you through. Are you dealing with something and are you ashamed about it? Instead of being a voice to the world, this is what I'm going through. Now, sometimes you can't tell your business to this world. You just can't because they'll kill you quicker than you're living with words. I'm not saying they're going to come to your home or come to your job. No, people will kill you with words. They'll say you're dead and you're not even dying. They'll say you're sick and you're not even sick. You wasn't born for that. Even though you might be going through that and you got to get through that. That's not why you were born. And people will try to label you and tell you why you was born. And these are the same people that don't even know why they were born. God, stop listening to that too. Everybody want to tell you about you. Or these other people want to tell you about you. But they can't even tell themselves about them. They don't even know why they was born for this. But they want to tell you why you was born for this. They're going to take the little magnifying glass and say, hey, this is why you were born. You were born to be a doctor, or you was born to be a lawyer. How do they know what you were born for? I remember this one time, one of my family members said, they seen one of my grandchildren out there playing ball, and it was like, yeah, you were born to be a... I said, that's a lie. I said, who told you that? And you stop saying it to my grandchildren. You stop it right now, because that's not what God wants them to be. Because if he did, he would already endowed them with those things. They don't have those things. So that's what you're not going to do. But I didn't hear this person not one time tell their grandchildren that they were going to be that. You know what they were telling their grandchildren? You're going to be a lawyer. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be a nurse. You're going to be this. And they were speaking these great things, but then they was giving my grandchildren these half dreams. That's what they are. You was born for this. The moment they see you with a basketball in your hand, you was born for this. No. That's just something that you like to do. You were born for this. You were born to be a football player. I remember when people would tell my own son those things. And I had to tuck a lot of things in my heart that I knew that he wasn't born for. While people were telling him these things. And I knew what the truth was. They was telling him what he was born for. But I never did hear those people talk about what they were born for. Never. I never heard none of the people that was around him saying, I was born for this, but they would study saying those things to him. And I had to tuck some things that was told when he was small about his life and his journey. But people were constantly saying this and that because he was good at it and he enjoyed it. But just because you're good at something and you enjoy something does not mean you were born for this. Remember that. Because tons of people will cheer you on and they'll tell you exactly what you were born for, and they don't even know what they were born for. See, this is the thing. If you was born for this, then those people that's around you and telling you that you were born for this, they ought to know why they were born. They ought to know their reason. If they don't know their reason why they was born for this, then why are you letting them tell you what you were born for? And then they'll sure play the tape on you. I remember you when you was this, and I remember when you were good at this. I remember, yeah, you missed your calling. No, you don't miss your calling. You don't. Because if God called you, he'll call you at 18, he'll call you at 50, he'll call you at 60 until he gets his jobs done in the earth, okay? If you was born for something and God called that upon your life, you're going to finish the course in that. You can reject it, you can deny it. If you were born for this, according to God's will for your life, you will get the job done, period. So today, I'm asking you, what were you born for? And do you know? Some people just drifters. They're drifting around the earth. They don't even know why they was born. And your first priority is to your Creator. He says you was born for this. And that is what? To be a disciple? Absolutely. But what comes after that? Were you born to be a good deacon, a good evangelist? Were you born to be a good teacher or professor? Were you born to be a good professional basketball player, a football player, a soccer player, hockey player, rugby player, whatever it is? If you were born for this, then your God's light, being that disciple, will shine bright everywhere you go because you was born for this. You wasn't born to suffer, to feel like you just been beat up by the world, to feel like you can't come back. You can always come back to that which you were born for. Always, as long as you got breath in your body. You can always come back. Because you know what? When we do wrong or we say wrong or we go and venture up to the other side where we shouldn't go, as long as we have breath in our body, we can always return to that which we were born for. And don't you let anyone tell you any different. You can always return to that which you were born for. So, what were you born for? Were you born for this? That which you're doing right now. Don't let anyone fool you or trick you and make you think that you was just born for the mediocre life. Or you was just born for suffering because you did so many people bad and you said so many words that you shouldn't have said. But what does God say? What does your Creator say about you? Because if you was born for this, you will accomplish it and you will finish it according to his will for your life in this world. Okay? So as you go about your weekend, ask yourself, what was I born for? And it just ain't that. It ain't the suffering. It ain't the laying on your couch feeling lonely and feeling sad and crying all the time. Because what you going to do now? That's the question. What are you going to do now? Because you were born for more than that. You were born for this. Peace, love, joy, and so forth. Okay? Till the next time.